Yeah, and it reminds me a lot of Absolute Batman.
Oh, oh,
Transition.
what a banger!
I
What?
haven't I have not read it yet. I have not, again, just have not had time.
No, I totally feel you. I think there's 8 issues now. I've read 7 of them.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. I want to see something, but keep going, keep going.
It is. I mean, there's so much I can say about this. I mean, like, I'm so into it. I think that the whole Absolute universe. I also read Absolute Superman, and that is another knock it out of the park.
Okay, it's a Scott Snyder book, so yeah, of course it's gonna be good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll tell you this because I just read it all today.
yeah.
The biggest thing out of that book, other than like Cape Crusaders, these wonky constructs and characters that just kind of hit and are like, wow, that's a cool different way to do that. I like, and again, this is a Scott Snyder win. He used narration and scene
Oh, yeah,
overlapping in a way that it felt like I was in a movie.
yeah.
It was
Okay.
so good,
The
so
storytelling.
seamless,
Yeah,
so trifold, like just scene A, scene B, scene C, just playing off of each other so well. That that's what won the book for me. Not
Okay.
the not the new take on Batman, which was great. Not the new characters takes, which is great. That right there, the way he intertwined his narration from his past
Hmm.
or his past self or
Hmm.
Alfred
Hmm.
was so seamless. It literally brought me through the comic book because
Okay.
sometimes I feel like when I read comics, I have a hard time continuing to read them in a binge style because I'm like, okay, well, that part's done. And now I'm like, well, I got to read again. But this was like, it literally strung you and you were like, I can't
Hmm.
stop reading
Hmm.
because I have to finish this narration and this overlapping and come to the conclusion. And by the time you did, the book was done.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like, so to your point, man, it's like, how many times can they retell the same story, right? Like,
Right.
how many times can you give me these characters and tell it in a different way? How many reboots have we had? We've had a lot of reboots with Batman,
Right.
but this one feels different. And I think it's like you said, it's the writing. Because I
Number
could go in, or I could go into, like you said, the characters. I mean, they changed Gotham. They made me feel, the writing made me feel. I look at Gotham, this Gotham, totally different
totally
than
different.
any other Gotham I've ever seen. This Bruce Wayne is not the same Bruce Wayne. Like, you got a
Right.
different feeling from it. It's like brand new characters. It's so weird to say it like that because it's like, well, it's the same characters
I
and they're
don't
all kind of doing the same thing, but
I don't
uh,
want to give away a spoiler,
right.
but I will say what they did with Bruce Wayne and his friends,
Oh my God. So cool.
groundbreaking.
So
So cool.
cool. So
Leaves
cool.
so much potential for new angles and ways of
I'm
writing.
going to tell you right now, Trey, must read. I
Okay.
mean, it broke comic book records. I think if you look it up, it
I'm
popped
gonna
the
write this
records.
down.
Yeah. And listen, full disclosure, maybe this would be a segue, maybe not, but Absolute Superman, I am not a fan, generally a big fan of Superman, right? I mean,
Okay.
like, he's cool, but like, I just never was compelled, he's Superman. What can hurt him? Oh, kryptonite. Okay, everybody's got to have some type of kryptonite or
Hmm.
some magic. He's vulnerable to magic. I know they kind of changed that to kind of bring him down a little bit because let's face it, Superman is like, you know, he'll wipe the floor with anybody, right?
Again,
Hmm.
that issue with OP characters, right? You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
use your own self against yourself to
yeah.
write those characters good.
But
And
I will.
that's go on. Go on.
Oh no, go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
No, you're fine. Go on. Go on.
No, I
Just
was just gonna say, I will say when I watched or when I read Absolute Superman, it blew me away. I was hook, line, and sinker on it. I've never seen Krypton the way they showed it in that. Um, there's I mean, the dynamic between him and Lois completely changed. Jack, I don't know if you read anything of the Superman yet, but
No,
how they changed Batman. Picture that in Superman. Like, man, what can you do to this character to retell the story?
I'm kind of excited because honestly, I'm with you. I don't really love Superman. I don't hate him.
No, me
I'm
neither.
just
Yeah,
not. He's not like on my top 5 or not. I like the Flash better than Superman.
yeah.
But I'm interested to see if they took everything I don't like out and put things I do like. That'd be great.
Yeah, some of Superman's best comics are with other people, like Batman, for example. Like all his best stories are with Batman or the whole Justice League.
To kind of build on that,
Yeah.
also another Scott Snyder story is called Superman Unchained. It's Scott Snyder's story. It's artwork by Jim Lee. It is fantastic. I highly recommend it. But yeah, Batman and Wonder Woman both play a significant role in that and trying to. The plot line, a very significant part of the plot line involves Lois Lane's dad trying to take Superman down with kryptonite bullets, and that's not something I'd seen done before.
Yeah,
no, red sun bullets. That's what it was.
So that's interesting. That's nice. Yeah, that's way different. I was gonna say the kryptonite bullet's been around a little bit, but
I got my wires a little crossed.
Red sun
bullets. There we go.
Red sun bullets. So that's badass.
But again, a nice little change, right? A nice little. This is different. We're gonna use the same plot because there's no choice. But let's get unique and creative with it. Let's dig down deep, right?
And with that, I can do one more subject, and then I got to head off.
Yeah,
and
we're gonna do 2.
Okay,
we're gonna do 2, and I think it's because you're gonna say you want to do the Superman trailer.
I want to talk about James Gunn's Superman.
And then we're gonna talk about Penguin because I know you've been waiting on it, and it's pretty bold. So we'll do those 2.
Okay. So
let's do that Superman trailer. Wait. Have you guys seen both trailers?
Yes.